All right, Todd, thank you. You can cast your ballot in person starting tomorrow. Early voting runs through October 29th.
Two members of our Vote Squad, Grace King and John North, are live downtown to talk about how you can cast your ballot and answer your election questions.
Hey Beth, we are here with Chris Davis, the Knox County Administrator of Elections, to answer your questions about how you can cast your ballot beginning tomorrow. So Chris, start off just by telling me, how many places can you cast your ballot tomorrow in Knox County?
Well, starting tomorrow at 8 o'clock, you can actually go and cast your ballot at the Carnes Senior Center. And then at 10 o'clock, we will have 9 additional locations across Knox County. The great thing about early voting is you can vote in any one of those that you choose to, as long as you're a registered voter in Knox County.
For sure. And I know a lot of people are worried about the coronavirus pandemic and being safe at the polls. What kind of precautions are you all taking?
Well, we're going to take the exact same precautions that we took back in the August election. We're going to make sure that we're social distancing, we're using PPE, all of our workers are wearing masks or shields. We're going to have hand sanitizer, we have sneeze guards, and ultimately we want to get the voter in and out. And so there's going to be longer lines because we're trying to space it out a little bit more, but longer lines is not necessarily a bad thing. We're going to be able to move those voters through pretty quickly, but just be prepared to stand in line. Thankfully, it looks like we've got beautiful weather for a few days, so it should be a good experience.
For sure. And why is it so important that people make a plan now and cast their ballot early rather than waiting till November 3rd, till that last minute?
Well, a couple reasons. Number one, 4 out of the last 6 election days in Knox County, we've had anything from strong storms to even tornadic activity over in counties next to us and close to us, and we don't know what November 3rd is going to hold with regard to COVID-19 or the weather. And so it's good just to get that out of the way earlier. And as I was telling someone this week, if you vote on October 14th or 15th and then you pass away, your vote counts. The other thing I would encourage voters to do is have a plan and specifically look at that sample ballot before you go to vote, because I think everybody knows President and U.S. House and U.S. Senate, but there's a couple of charter amendment questions on there, and I think that's going to slow some voters down. So we encourage them to go online, research those charter questions so they can have a little bit better idea of what they're voting on so they can get in and out quickly.
For sure. And just to recap real quick, know your dates, make a plan is the thing we keep hearing. What are the dates people need to know from now until Election Day? We
start tomorrow, October 14th. It goes all the way through October 29th. My recommendation to voters, if you don't want to stand in line 2 hours, is maybe think about your weekends, your Saturdays, think about the midday, and maybe sometime mid next week when it could be a little less crowded at the polls, because I know that first couple days, probably those last couple of days are going to be really, really packed. So just make a plan and go when you can. And remember, you can go to any one of our 10 spots.
For sure. Thank you so much. And we're going to continue answering your questions on our Facebook page, WBIR Channel 10, to answer all your questions. So stay with us online. Thank you.
Grace, thank you. And right now online, we have everything you need to know, as she said, about casting your ballot. Just text the word election to 865-637-1010. We will then send you a link to all of that information. You can also find it in the As Seen on TV section of WBIR.com and the app.